Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Paradoxic, and it's 3 a.m., almost 4 a.m. Trailer dropped around 1:30 to be precise, but I decided I actually wanted to catch a few accurate and suitable hours of sleep before work, so I figured, I'll just kind of wake up like an extra hour early, so I can have the time to record this and hopefully post it before I leave, because I wouldn't get back until almost like noon. So hopefully I have the time to edit this and upload it before I leave. But it's finally here. It's finally here after literal weeks of waiting and people constantly asking Sony where the trailer is and all sorts of speculation. And apparently there was like some kind of leak. Apparently there was a leak showing off like apparently like the other Spider-Man and even Daredevil. I purposefully avoided those pictures just out of pure cautiousness. But apparently there was a leak that showed off some major players in the game, so apparently that's the thing that's happening. But I don't know how much this trailer can give away and how much it does give away, but all I know is it's the official trailer and it's finally fucking here. So yeah, last time we had Doctor Strange and we had Doc Ock too. Doc Ock and Green Goblin were the biggest reveals of that entire trailer, so we already had those, like Alfred Molina himself being shown off to be the official returning Dr. Octopus, so that blew people's minds. And then we had like Green Goblin's little pumpkin bomb being teased, so that like returning characters being teased right off the bat there. But we also had the story being teased of Pete's life being fucked up by a Mysterio Spider-Man reveal, and so he goes to Doctor Strange to ask him if he can undo it, and then that kind of opens up the whole multiversal shenanigans stuff that goes down. So it's gonna be big. But yeah, I'm quite literally shaking because on the one hand it's room temps, and room temps for me right now are not really warm, but also because I literally, very specifically, very hastily rearranged my sleeping schedule to make sure I could wake up in time to react to this to this trailer. And I'm already a couple of hours late. So yeah, the official trailer for Marvel Studios Spider-Man No Way Home. Let's get this shit on the road. Let's do this. Oh, that was Electro. I know that was Electro.
Ever since I got bit by that spider, I've only had 1 week where my life is felt.
Okay.
That was when you found out.
No. Oh boy. Oh, trains, yeah. I don't know why that was worth pointing out with trains.
Botched that spell where you wanted everyone to forget the Peter Parker Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, you botched it.
Started getting some visitors.
You started getting some visitors, yeah. Green Goblin.
From every universe.
Yep. Black and gold.
Hello, Peter.
Dr. Octopus himself.
You're not Peter Parker.
Oh.
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Dr. Otto Octavius.
Seriously, what's your actual name?
There are others out there. We need to send them back.
Oh, jeez.
Scooby-Doo this crap.
All this is kind of your mess. I know a couple of magic words myself, starting with the word please.
Please.
I love MJ.
Crap.
Yeah. Oh, God.
You're flying out into the darkness
Jameson!
to fight ghosts.
What do you mean?
They all die fighting Spider-Man. It's their fate.
Oh.
I'm sorry, kid.
Yeah, me too.
Don't.
Oh. What's he doing? Oh, okay.
Look, there has to be another way.
There isn't.
Pardon me?
Danger to our universe. You're not gonna take this away from me.
Jamie Foxx, Electro!
Peter. You're struggling.
Willem?
Damn it.
Willem, please show me Willem.
What?
Please show me Willem.
Tries to make you choose.
Sandman!
My fault. I can't save everyone.
Oh my goodness. Oh no! Oh, please catch her this time. Actually, please catch her.
What's happening?
They're starting to come through, and I can't stop them.
Who else is coming?
December 17th, exclusively in movie theaters.
Okay,
Tickets on sale
alright,
November
okay.
29th, Spider
Okay.
Monday.
Okay, alright, they didn't... Okay, they didn't show those two. They did not show those two. They did not show the two that we have kind of been expecting to see. Oh boy, okay, that was something else. Okay, I need to, wow, I've got the most unstoppable chills right now. I have got the most legitimate unstoppable chills. I'm actually shaking. I'm actually shaking from like the shoulders down, which is just everywhere. Damn. Okay, so yeah, that was an insane trailer. That was insane. Like so much went down. So much, like legitimately, so much actually went down. So you probably can't even hear it in my voice. I'm actually shaking. Can't even hear it in my voice. So yeah, much bigger looks at Dr. Octopus, and I think they actually communicated with him too. I think they actually talked to him in like a non-hostile, non-fighting environment, like underground and everything. And it's like, you know, them even hearing his name for the first time, I was like, oh, Dr. Otto Octavius. No, seriously, what's your real name? Because that way too easily translates to Doc Ock. That way too easily can translate to Dr. Octopus. To Dr. Octopus. So, you know, like, oh, what's your real name? So I mean, we have the iconic trio of Pete, Ned, and MJ back and everything. And even Doctor Strange, telling them to Scooby-Doo this crap, and then to please Scooby-Doo this crap and everything. So there's that. So yeah, I think he mentioned something like it's their, I think he must have been talking about the villains. He said it's their fate to die by Spider-Man's hand or something. So, you know, and I think Peter probably doesn't want to have to kill them, or he doesn't want to have to actually get rid of them that way. He just wants to send them back to their own universe or something. So, you know, I think it is pretty much true too. Like, they have all kind of, like, I think, well, Green Goblin, and yeah, Green Goblin has definitely died. We've seen Green Goblin die, but then Dr. Octopus, we saw him kind of dying with his own experiments, but now seeing that he gets carried over into this kind of universe, I think it's easy to say that, you know, like, he gets carried on straight from his movie. But then Green Goblin, I think, you know, if he's alive and he's here, then it either must be some kind of change in the timeline, or it must be, you know, like him being transported before he dies or something. So there's that. Then there's Sandman 2, and Jamie Foxx's Electro. I think that was definitely Jamie Foxx. That was definitely Jamie Foxx without the blue, like him actually being him and him still being Electro. So I'm so excited to see how he gets played out in this. Then Sandman actually solidified in this too. I think even the first time that he actually unmasked, when Octavius unmasked Peter under the bridge, he's like, you know, you're not Peter Parker. So it's like he clearly recognizes that it's not his Peter Parker, because he would recognize Toby's. So I think again, I was you know, pretty much expecting them to actually show some kind of tease of like of the other two Spider-Man too, but I think that is meant to be something much bigger. That is clearly meant to be something much bigger. Like, those appearances alone are meant to be something much bigger that is going to be saved for the movie. So there's that. So yeah, I need to watch that again. That is way too, it's way too early. I am too shaky. I need to watch that again. Just to clear my thoughts. So yeah, let's go.
Ever since I got bit by that spider.
We saw Jameson too.
Where my
In
life
the
just
hat
felt
and
numb.
everything, the classic hat
That was when you
and
found out.
coat.
When you botched that spell where you wanted everyone to forget that Peter Parker's Spider-Man,
We got a whole new load of
we
visitors.
started getting some visitors
Yeah.
from every universe.
Oh, the black and gold suit looks so good. That's so good.
Hello, Peter.
Yeah, the bridge scene has been promoted to it's been promoted to hell and back. The bridge scene with pictures and all sorts of things.
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Dr. Otto Octavius.
Wait, no, seriously, what's your actual name?
There are others out there.
Oh, I think that's Captain America's shield too. I think that's Captain America's shield at the top.
Scooby-Doo
The
this crap.
circle
You
with the
know, all
star.
this is kind of your mess. I know
Yeah.
a couple of magic words myself, starting with the word please.
Please, Scooby-Doo this crap.
You're flying out into the darkness.
Oh, Jameson. So I think that must be.
What do you mean?
I can't even tell if that's actually R. Jameson or M. Jameson.
Spider-Man. It's their fate.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, kid.
Yeah, me too.
Don't.
So what was he trying to do there then? What's he trying to
There has
change?
to be another way.
There isn't. They're a danger to our universe.
You're not gonna take this away from me.
Ugh. God damn.
You're struggling to have everything you want while the world tries to
Oh,
make
that's
you
a different goblin. I think that must be the like hobgoblin or like, you know, the
This is all my
goblin
fault.
2.0.
I can't save everyone.
Yeah, the shield falls. The shield is falling. Oh god, and that's Ned and MJ. Oh, yeah.
What's happening?
They're starting to come through, and I can't stop them.
Who else could be coming
December
through?
17th, exclusively
else
in movie
could be
theaters.
coming
Tickets
through,
on sale November
Steven?
29th. Spider Monday.
Oh boy. Okay. Wow. Okay. So yeah. Wow. So yeah. Wow. Just yeah. So yeah, I think I'm not sure if it's our J. Jonah Jameson or if it's their J. Jonah Jameson, because I think we at this point we could easily have two. We could easily have both of them. At this point, we could easily have both. We could have the one who does the news podcast things in our universe, and then we could have the original one from the Raimi universe too. And I think it looks like the Raimi verse one. It actually looks like him, like with the coat and the hat, because I think I remember him having that get up in the older movies. So I think it could easily be him. Showing up, and I think he seems to be present at the fight, at the scene of the fight / crime where both Sandman and Electro are. So he could be there, screaming into the air, asking screaming into the air, asking where Parker is, because he needs pictures taken of this. So he could easily be doing that. So there's that. So there's that. And I think Strange did specify that these guys are like a danger to their universe no matter what, but then it's also like their fate to not only return to their universe but also to actually die, at the hands of their respective Spider-Men. So that's gonna. I think Pete's gonna probably have a problem with that, because I think he doesn't. I feel like he'd probably have an easier time probably abiding by that law, or like if he knew that he wouldn't have to kill them, like maybe if he just sends them back and then lets time take its natural course, then maybe that's what happens. But then I'm trusting he meant the villains. I'm really trusting he actually meant the villains. Yeah, he said they all die fighting Spider-Man, and it's their fate. So I feel like Peter probably should maybe have an easier time abiding by that if he knew that he would just be letting the actual timeline takes natural course by sending them back to their universes. But I think apparently he still has a problem with that too. So I think but I think maybe if the other Spider-Men are coming through, then he's gonna have to work with them to make sure that end of that fate is actually sealed and everything. So yes, I think he just kind of has an issue with that. He doesn't kill. He doesn't really do much killing besides from Endgame, where he did the whole activate instant kill thing. Besides from that, as a one-time thing. So, I think the coolest thing, right? The coolest thing would be seeing him trying to activate the instant kill thing here, but it still doesn't work. Like, they're still overpowering for him. Like, he activates the instant kill because he thinks that like that's what will give him a fighting chance, but then they all still overpower him and take him over and everything. And then that's when the other Spider-Man come through, and then the real kind of turn of the tide comes when it's like all three Spider-Men fighting their individual villains and everything. So that would be cool. That would be super cool. We had like another Green Goblin in there too. I think one that actually like their face was partially shown like with like a mask and like hood and everything. So I'm wondering if that's like, I think that's called like Hobgoblin, or the Green Goblin 2 that James Franco played in Spider-Man 3. So I'm wondering if he's either going to be brought in, or if he's going to be recasted and brought in, or what's going to happen over there, because I think it definitely looked different. It looked very different to Willem's Green Goblin, but Willem's Goblin was still there, and he still had a voiceover here too. He still actually had like a voiceover piece here too. So there was that. But Melina's Spider-Man, Melina's Doc Ock is the only one whose face we've actually seen, and whose kind of actual some interaction between the other characters or that we've actually seen. So I'm expecting that everything else that we're expecting that they still haven't teased yet is just gonna it's just gonna be even bigger in the movie, or maybe it's just like one of the few things that they still can manage to say for the movie and everything. So it's gonna be interesting seeing where that leads. But yeah, and then of course at the end too, MJ falling off the scaffolding, and Peter jumping to save her. I think Ned tried to catch her, but then he was just still hung on to his own little pole. But then Pete actually jumped, threw himself down and actually tried to catch her too. So I'm hoping, don't be pulling some kind of Gwen Stacy shit on me now, but do not be pulling some Gwen Stacy level of bullshit on me and having him either catch her so hard that her neck snaps or her body snaps, or even having her miss his grasp and falling to her death. And you're like, do not be pulling that shit on me. Do not be pulling anything like that on me. She is MJ. She's MJ. Like, she is MJ in that she's Michelle Jones, not Mary Jane Watson. She's still MJ. She's still MJ, and she's still Peter's girlfriend, and she's still, she's still her own character, and she's like, and she's definitely not Gwen Stacy. So do not be pulling no falling, breaking, dying kind of bullshit on me here, okay? Even that final shot of them just barely touching hands, that has me cautious already. That has me super cautious already. So yeah, actually make sure that their hands can connect and stay connected until the end of that scene. I think the scaffolding, I think that kind of statue, because I actually heard, right? I actually did hear say that somewhere. I think in relation to the Hawkeye series, I think it was, I actually did hear that that they were in the MCU, they were actually going to be changing the Statue of Liberty, and they were going to be changing it so that I think they were going to be changing it so that instead of like the instead of her lantern, she would actually either instead of the lantern, or instead of the book thing that the like however she usually like carries or holds things, like she would be carrying like Captain America's shield too. So like to actually commemorate Steve and his memory, I think it was, because I think Sam's still out there. Sam's still being Captain America and everything. But then I think to honor Steve's memory, they were gonna add his shield and stuff to the Statue of Liberty, so they would just be adding that as a cool thing. So I think that might be what that is too, like an actual Statue of Liberty fight. So up on scaffolding too, so that will be fairly fun to see. But yeah, I mean, we got clear looks at Electro and Sandman and Green Goblin and Dr. Octopus too. So I think like clear enough looks at all the villains to be able to easily confirm that they are in fact going to be in this, and they're all going to be playing their own respective major roles. So yeah, just wow. And he's carrying some kind of box too. I think he did kind of apologize to Strange in the sense that he was making sure that he was actually basically saying I'm sorry too, but I can't really follow your rules. I can't really abide by your statement of what fate for the villains is. I think he's constantly carrying some kind of box, like some kind of like Doctor Strange mystical looking box things. I don't know what that's meant to do. If it's meant to help him change time, or if it's meant to help him save the other universes or save the other villains, or what's it actually gonna do. But either way, it's it's probably some really heavier magic that Strange doesn't want him messing around with, so he's using that kind of stuff. So that's interesting. Yeah, and I think even when Dr. Octopus actually captures Spidey under the bridge, and he actually captures Tom's Spidey, like he actually absorbs his suit's metal or his material too, because I think his claws and the claws arms actually start like gaining some kind of red like outlines and accents and whatnot. So that's cool. Yeah, Jamie Foxx's Electro, he looks so good. Yeah, oh, Willem's voice. Oh god, Willem's voice. I was hoping we'd see his voice, but I was hoping we would see his face. We'd actually see Willem Dafoe's face being like unmasked or something, or even actually through the mask, like his eyes and his mouth and everything. But even his voice being there is enough to confirm that is our Willem Dafoe. That is definitely Willem Dafoe, and his narration is just classic. His narration is classic. Like Peter, you're struggling to have everything you want. So I think he's identifying like he's actually Pete is actually fighting to be able to win the battle in exactly the way he wants, but then also to actually keep his people safe and did all these things. So that narration is classic Green Goblin, and I'm pretty sure that's like another hooded Green Goblin. That's genuinely like another hooded Green Goblin with like some goggles and stuff. But I can't tell if it's actually still meant to be DeVoe or if it's meant to be someone else. It's too fast. Oh, the lizard! I completely missed out on the lizard from Amazing Spider-Man. He's there. I completely missed out on that the first time. The lizard is there. Okay, alright, cool, okay. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, we gotta have Andrew and Toby. We have got to have Andrew and Toby. We need to have Andrew and Toby. It's like, so Electro and and Lizard are here, and then Sandman and Green Goblin and Dr. Octopus are here too. So we got to have both of the Spider-Men to deal with all their respective villains. The Lizard is here. So yeah. Oh boy. Oh god, that's so good. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, and then MJ falls. Yeah. Oh god. Save her. I beg of you, Spidey, save her. Please save her. Okay, so yeah. God, yes, I think we've been waiting for this trailer a long time. So it's finally here, and it's overwhelming. It's finally here, and it's overwhelming. So hopefully people are satisfied. Hopefully the people are satisfied with how this trailer went down. Gave us a lot, and I think it's still. I can definitely appreciate it didn't kind of succumb to fan speculation or theories like people like, because like a lot of people have just been saying like, oh, we already know Toby and Andrew are gonna be in this, so you might as well just show us. You might as well just like show us how right we are and how right we've been all along. But then they are incessant on being like, no, if you want to see them, go ahead, buy yourself a ticket and then wait for the movie to come around and then have a smashing time. But we're not going to spoil one of the biggest reveals, like even if it's coming, because then that would be pretty much like along the same line of showing off the portal scene, in any of the trailers before the movie actually came out. So it's easily understandably going to be the biggest reveal and the biggest moment. Like even if you know that it's going to happen, you don't know how it's going to happen, you don't know when it's going to happen, you don't know how prominent they're going to be in the movie. They're like, they could easily still be just like side characters, but then the biggest side characters just because of who they are. So I can still definitely appreciate them actually retaining that kind of information for the actual movie itself and letting people experience it for the first time in theaters, and then letting fans and theaters. I mean, fan theater reactions for this are going to be insane. They're going to be insane. So there's that, and I think this being like a Sony property as well, I think I don't think, because I think Homecoming, I don't know, I don't think Homecoming is on Disney Plus. I think this one, unless they can actually come up with some other kind of deal for the Disney Plus stuff, then I think this I think Spider-Man Homecoming is only on Netflix. I think it's actually only on Netflix. I think then when this becomes available online, it might only be on Netflix too. So I think Far From Home also just got added. I think it just got added earlier this year, so this might end up coming out to Netflix in a couple of years time too. So yeah, there's that. but yeah, so it's gonna be fun seeing how this like all the stuff comes together, and how the villains come together, and how they come to be, and how they how each of them individually react to this new Spider-Man, to this different Spider-Man, and how they actually come to face him and everything. I think Doc Ock already kind of actually identifying him, but then also actually still being able to, I think Octavius still being able to actually have communication scenes with them too. I think even him telling him, like, you know, you're going out there to chase ghosts or something, or like, and like him actually, you know, like being in like a closed environment with them and actually being able to communicate with them. And I think it's because I think Dr. Octopus, he's like an like an actual intellectual and intellectually capable villain too. Like, he is one that, you know, like is able to actually have a talk with Spider-Man. He actually did, you know, talk with Spider-Man between fights in Spider-Man 2. So there was that whole thing. So I can kind of appreciate that there will be scenes where he actually does talk to the trio and actually kind of tell them what's going on from his side of things and his end of things, and how he got here and what he thinks is happening and stuff like that. But I think it's gonna. I think. But then I do wonder if that maybe means that if once he understands the situation, will he try and help them? Will he try and actually give them some advice, or is he gonna revert back to being the good old villain and actually try and fight them again? So I don't know. I really don't know. So I think we have him, we have Doc Ock, Lizard, Electro, and Sandman, and Green Goblin. We have five. We have five villains. So, you know, missing a sixth. Who knows if Vulture could come back in, or Scorpion. I think Scorpion is a somewhat more canon member of the Sinister Six. I think the Sinister Six, I mean, if they're going for it in this, then I am incredibly curious and excited to see how they could actually pull that off. And the Sinister Six versus 3 Spider-Men, that would be one hell of a battle to see. So yeah, that would be cool to see. And him, you know, protecting his loved ones too. Like him, I think it was actually there's like an actual scene of him telling May that, you know, he couldn't save everyone. So he, I think that also could be like him maybe initially telling her that he actually wants to try and save the villains in the first place, but then afterwards coming to the realization that, you know, maybe Doctor Strange is right, and maybe they actually do have to be returned to their universe to actually meet their end of their own timelines kind of deal and everything. So then he's like, you know, he can't save everyone. He can't actually, even if he wants to be the hero towards his villains, he can't really save everyone. He can't really do everything. But then I'm hoping that doesn't mean that good people get hurt. I'm hoping that instead that like I'm hoping that's not instead some kind of line towards him not being able to save anyone that he actually does care about, like him saying he can't save everyone, being like, you know, he can't save Happy, or he can't save MJ, or he can't save any of his friends, or anything like that. So I'm hoping that's not what this means. But yeah, I think also this trailer also, I think the first trailer like actually shed more light on his own situation being the Mysterio thing, like his own situation, like from Mysterio like revealing his identity. The first trailer actually focused a lot more on that one, but then with this one it actually focuses a lot more on like what happens as a result of Strange's spell being botched, and all the enemies coming through, and all those visitors coming through and everything. So I do kind of like that. So that is really fun to explore. But yeah, damn, God, good trailer. Such a great trailer. Yeah, so I think, just like running back to the trailer, that line from Octavius too was like, you know, I think him maybe even knowing that this was how it's meant to be too, like him actually saying like, you know, you're going out there to actually fight ghosts, meaning that, you know, like he's actually going there to fight villains that eventually fated and sealed to die at the hands of the Spider-Men anyway. So that whole kind of thing leading into one character after another actually kind of reiterating that, you know, oh, these people are all meant to die, and then Peter just, you know, having like issues with that, and him not wanting to kill them, and him not wanting to, you know, I think him personally, I think the easiest way for him personally to avoid having anything to do with that would be sending them back to their own timeline and then letting nature take its course. But I think he probably even has like an issue with that too. So I think it feels kind of strange-ish. But I think maybe once we actually see how it unfolds in the movie, then that kind of story element might make sense of him being reluctant to kill his own enemy. I mean, not him being reluctant to kill his own enemies, but then him being reluctant to actually have even the most indirect part in his enemies dying might make more sense for like once the actual movie comes around and everything. So So yeah, some interesting stuff going on. Very interesting stuff going on. So yeah, right off the bat, you know, first initial thoughts on the new Spider-Man trailer, and of course the new Spider-Man trailer. So yeah, that is pretty much all I've got for now. That is all I've got for now. I'm sure as per usual, other thoughts might manifest in my head, and other theories might come along once I've actually kind of watched this trailer enough off camera, and once I've actually thought about this in my downtime and everything. So for now, those are all my initial thoughts. Awesome trailer, loved it. Cannot wait for the movie. Like literally a month later. I think December 17th. Although I think it comes out 2 days earlier in the UK. So literally still like a month left. I think December 15th. Oh, that's a day after my birthday. So, okay, that is interesting. That is very, very interesting. So, okie dokie then. Day after my birthday. That's a very nice. That's a very nice Christmas and birthday present from Marvel. That is a very nice birthday and Christmas present from Marvel. So that'll be cool. So. Yeah, that was the official trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home. So thank you guys so much for being here and for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then salt and burn that like button. Comment on what you thought of the trailer and what you're looking forward to in the movie, and anything you hope to see. I mean, besides from the obvious stuff, anything you hope to see in this movie, and what you think it's going to be like, and any thoughts you have on the trailer and or the movie, let me know. And yeah, that is pretty much it. So I will see you guys next time.